Today I'm going to be reading a story off of Weird Texas by Wesley Treat, Heather Shade, and Rob Riggs. The Legend of the Donkey Lady. Anyone who has gone to school in San Antonio has heard of the Donkey Lady. Now, the way I heard it back in the 50s, a young woman had been in a fire. The Donkey Lady had lost 2 children in that fire, and her husband had started it. She was left horribly disfigured. It was said that when her face healed, the skin had something of a drooped, baggy appearance. Her fingers had all fused together, leaving dark stumps or hooves. Disfigured, totally insane. She stayed mostly in the rural areas of Bihar County and terrorized anyone who had approached her. As children, we could stay out late on summer nights. We were absolutely positive that she waited in the darkness for us to separate so that she could pounce on a lone victim, ripping and chewing. Well, you get the idea. Most of the Donkey Lady stories have faded into memory, but one was a little harder to shake. One of my best friends told of a cousin who was with his father and brother. On a weekend outing, they were going to do a little fishing. The group pulled to a weed-infested area off a dirt road and began to make camp. The 2 boys had the task of unloading the pickup truck while the father found a suitable spot for the tent. While unloading the truck, one of the boys heard a rustling in the wheat and called out to their father to come to the truck. The 3 of them watched the tall weeds beneath the oaks along the road bend under the weight, apparently a large animal. Then they heard an odd snorting sound and high-pitched snarl. The father, recognizing the sounds coming from the animal, decided they probably out to find another spot to set up camp. The 3 of them quickly threw the tent, sleeping bags, and gear into the back of their truck. The father was just pulling out into the road when something fast and large burst out of the weeds. Seconds later, a horrible apparition bounded up onto their hood and began shrieking at them through the glass. It was the ugliest thing any of them ever saw. They swear it looked like a donkey, but it was mostly human. It screamed at them more as the truck continued to move away from the weeds and into the road. It used its deformed hands to punch at the road windshield and broke it into many pieces. The father hit the brakes. The thing slid off the hood and onto the dirt road. Throwing the truck into reverse, the father floored the gas pedal and put some distance between them and the thing. Backing into the weeds off the road, he then put the truck into first and stepped on it again. They said it almost looked like a wild animal, with an incredible look of rage and hatred in its eyes. Dirt sprayed up from the road at the beast as they pulled out, slowing it down just enough for them to get away. The donkey lady supposedly finally dropped back and headed into the weeds. After the story was told, my friend let it be known that he thought it was a nice story. But well, it was a nice story. Then he was taken outside and shown the truck. The windshield was almost knocked out, the hood was dented, and its paint was scuffed and scraped.